Aquarius, welcome to Light Guided. I hope these messages find you well in the upcoming month. This is Lisa, and I'm going to do your monthly energy reading. These are general readings, so they don't resonate for everyone, but also they don't really focus on any specific topic as much as general messages that might be helpful to you in the month ahead. Every once in a while, for those of you who follow me, every once in a while, you know there are very specific messages that come through for some of you. Sometimes we get visits from loved ones and various things like that. So anyway, you're welcome to check out more information about Light Guided in the link below if you're interested in learning more about us. And otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment here to ground the reading. Get focused in on the energy for Aquarius. The crowning energy here for October is the energy of shape-shifting clouds. Wow, so this is a time for flexibility, a time for going with the flow, you know, really moving with whatever comes up and being in an energy of non-resistance. If you've been in an energy of resistance, this may be a reminder to you to learn how to go with the flow a little bit more, be flexible. Whatever is coming into form, whatever is coming into shape in the month of October is on solid ground. So at this time, it may feel like the ground is, shifting beneath you, but in fact, what is being built is being built on a solid foundation, and it's something that will be, sustainable over time. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and take a look now at recent past. What energy are you emerging from? This is for Aquarius for the month of October, please. Thank you. We have two energies. The energy that you're emerging from: trust the great mystery and be peace. Beautiful. So this is interesting. I'm actually feeling from this energy that where you're emerging from has been a time of kind of ungroundedness, a time of feeling as though the ground beneath you has not been solid. So that's interesting that the overall crowning energy is really supporting that the foundation will be solidified. There will be, solid ground moving forward. So for some of you, you may be coming out of this energy of feeling rather ungrounded. Maybe for some of you, practicing your spiritual work to the extent that your head has been in the clouds a lot, possibly. And also, I'm getting an energy around, in this trust the great mystery, the energy that I'm getting from that is that really for many of you, it's been hard to trust the great mystery. It's been hard to let go into this great mystery. And part of that is possibly because you've felt ungrounded. So it'll be interesting to see what more is revealed in this reading. And possibly, there's an opportunity here to do some grounding work in the month of October for those of you that are interested in that. Let's take a look at current energies. What's affecting you in the month of October? I love this energy. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Now this is very interesting. My attention is being drawn to the fact that Piglet here is standing on a cloud. Piglet has wings, but there's a sense of solidity in that. Piglet standing on this cloud, but it's a very grounded cloud. So I feel like that message is really coming through strongly for some of you to start to incorporate and bring together your spiritual work and also being more grounded. So if you have a spiritual practice, and how do you create something in that allows you to be grounded and really having your feet on the ground so that you're functioning optimally, so that you're able to use your spiritual gifts and the messages that you receive in an optimal way, and really bringing that into manifestation. That's lovely. All right, so let's take a look, Aquarius, at the subconscious energies that are at play here. What's happening at the subconscious level for Aquarius in the month of October. Oh, very nice. I have a feeling this will be a nice message for some of you who've been coming out of this more challenging energy in the month of September. Oh, this is fantastic. How interesting. Okay, so let's start with the energy of peace. And this energy came up here in the, energy from the recent past. So again, my attention is being drawn to these clouds and birds' wings. So we have a theme happening here. And I definitely am getting, as you integrate your spiritual work and what it's like bringing that together, being in a human body, that there's going to be more stability and more peace in your life. Part of being in an energy of peace is recognizing that we are human. And I feel like this is a message for a specific group of you. But when we're on a spiritual journey, sometimes we feel like we need to be out of the body. We need to be away from the physical part of our humanity and our experience because it's painful. It can be really painful being in the human form at times. And so again, this overarching message for you is really around this integration of mind, body, and spirit, allowing yourself to embody spirit in a way that you're able to be in the human form and have a greater level and sense of peace. Look at this beautiful energy, the energy of happiness. This is about tapping into that internal flow, tapping into that internal source of joy, of hope, of blessings, of abundance, recognizing that that energy lives within you, recognizing that that energy within you creates all of the life that you have, and allowing yourself to be in alignment with that energy of joy and abundance and peace and happiness. Beautiful card. And the reminder here is, what they're telling me is, be mindful to recognize that the things that are happening outside of you are sorry, I'm tongue-tying, twisting myself here. The things that happen outside of us are not our happiness, right? Because our external circumstances are changing all the time. We have abundance in the form of money some days, and some days we don't. And some days we have wishes coming true, and some days we don't. Life is full of ebb and flow. And so if we attach ourselves to the external part of our lives and expect to be happy from what's happening outside of us, we will be in a constant state of frustration. We'll be in a constant state of roller coaster ride. So I feel like for some of you, this message is really a reminder to stay in connection with that internal sense of joy. And again, integrating that, allowing that to be a manifestation of spirit in the body, in the being, so that you are embodied, that you can be in the human form and still find a sense of joy and happiness, even in the midst of all kinds of things happening in the world that you may be quote unquote unhappy about. All right, whew, big message. And then finally we have this beautiful energy of good luck. Accept the serendipity. Look for the serendipity. Find the serendipity. It's all around you. There is good luck energy all around you, and it's Spirit's way of communicating with you. It's Spirit's way of letting you know that everything is fine, everything is okay, that you're okay, that Spirit is with you in the physical form, showing up in your physical life. So look for the serendipity, look for the the little beautiful things that pop up that let you know Spirit is around you. Let's look now at what's happening at the conscious level. This is more the energy of what you're currently aware of. What are you currently aware of? The conscious level. Oh my gosh. This is really an amazing reading, Aquarius. This is quite beautiful. We have this gorgeous energy of prosperity. At the conscious level, you are beginning to see where Spirit is working in your life. You're beginning to allow that energy in that embodied way that I was talking about. For those of you that aren't quite there yet, it's like you're just stepping over into that realm. You're just, whatever transition period you might be in now, you're just stepping into and opening up into the energy of prosperity. As I've said before in other readings, this is an energy not only of possibly financial abundance, but it's really that inner attitude. In fact, these two figures mirror one another. They really look very similar. But this is an inner attitude of recognizing that when you're in alignment with yourself and with Spirit on the inside, no matter what's happening on the outside, you can always have the experience of abundance. It's quite beautiful. We have this gorgeous energy. This is really one of my all-time favorite cards that comes up in this particular deck. This is the Spellcaster's Oracle deck. I love it. It's one of my favorites. This is an energy of coming home to yourself. This is an energy of embracing the Spirit within and finding a level of acceptance with all that has come before. So whatever you've been through in your life, whatever you have experienced, you're coming into this energy in this month where you're going to start to be more consciously aware of how Spirit's working in your life. And I feel like for some of you, there's going to be a shift that happens. There's going to be a shift of awareness that broadens your perspective. And you don't see it coming yet. It's coming in the next couple of weeks. For some of you, there's going to be like one of those aha moments or epiphany moments where it's like, oh my gosh, and you're going to realize exactly how Spirit is working in your life, and you're going to start to let go of anything that doesn't align with prosperity consciousness, Spirit consciousness, abundance consciousness. So this is beautiful. Many of you are moving into this energy or becoming aware that this energy is present for you. And finally, we have this beautiful energy of protection. I love that energy too. There's a very specific message here for some of you. Let me pull some clarifiers and see what detail comes forward here. Spirit, why is the energy of protection here for Aquarius? Why is the energy of protection here for Aquarius, please? Here. I don't quite understand the message yet, but let's go ahead and jump in and see what more we can understand and learn here. So we have first out the Eight of Pentacles energy. This is an energy typically related to focusing on, work endeavors, focusing on creating something very concretely. So it's, putting thought, energy, mind, and physical effort into something. Again, I'm feeling a very specific message emerging here for some of you. So let's see if we get more clarification. But so with this energy, I think this is, some of you are in this energy of focusing so much on work, like work. You may also be focusing very much on your spiritual work. But the message here is that sometimes if we're overly focused, if we put too much attention on something, we end up being blind to the other things around us. So in this case, for example, she's looking just at the candle. All of her attention is focused on this candle, but there's all this beautiful possibility around her. There's the possibility of new work, new effort, new endeavors, new creative passions. but she's so focused on this one little thing that she may be missing. I say she, it's female in this depiction, but the one may be missing the opportunity of other things. So yeah, I'm getting a confirmation on that for those of you that this resonates with, there are opportunities coming into play around you, and it's going to require you to look up from the intense focus that you have on whatever you're focused on, and begin to look around for those opportunities because they're coming into play. And I'm hearing for some of you that's happening more in, it's kind of spread out, but for more of you, this is happening in November, early part of November. So this is the other message that came out that I was a little unsure about. It feels like a different energy to me, but let's go ahead and take a look and see if anything else emerges. So we have this energy of Two of Pentacles, and this is the energy of, it's an energy in this reading around trying to gain control. So there's something that you're trying to gain control. Okay, thank you. There's something that you're trying to gain control over, and I'm being affirmed that this is related to a relationship situation where you want somebody to take action, or you want to take action. This is a person who I'm not sure if they've been part of your past. For some of you, I'm hearing yes, this person it's somebody you know. And you're wanting this person to take action, and they're being kind of slow in doing that. And you're not quite sure if you can trust them. So interesting message there for some of you. And I feel like this, the energy here of protection is basically affirming whatever situation you're involved with, recognize that Spirit is right there with you. Recognize that that you are not alone, and that, you know, if you allow things to unfold, they will unfold, right? If you allow yourself to move away from being intensely focused on something and give the situation space, it will unfold. So yeah, I do feel like that's a very specific message for just a few of you. All right, let's take a look at what's happening at the higher conscious level. This is the energy that Spirit is moving you into that you may not be aware of yet, but this is the direction that Spirit wants to move you into. So let's take a look here. Higher conscious level for Aquarius. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So at the higher conscious level, Spirit is bringing you into this energy of strength. This is the solidity that I was talking about, that solid foundation that came up at the beginning of the reading. As you move into the energy of strength, as you become more grounded, as you become more aligned and more embodied, integrated between body, mind, and spirit, you will have more capacity to manifest and make things happen in your life and in the world that maybe you felt powerless to do before. So yeah, this is a beautiful energy. This is just that energy of it's a little bit of this energy of coming into your own. But there is a power here and a groundedness that you haven't had for a while. And this groundedness will help you move forward to create and develop and cultivate pretty much whatever you want out of your life, pretty much whatever you want to do. That's a beautiful energy. And finally, we have the energy of healing. And I'm also getting the message, Spirit is also affirming for me that through this energy of protection, it's connected to this energy of healing, that this is, what they're showing me is that you have a bubble wrapped around you. They're showing me that you're in a protective sphere, even if you don't feel like it, that in fact you're very protected spiritually right now. especially if you're going through a very deep healing. For some of you who may be struggling with some, emotional, things from the past that you're trying to overcome, you're definitely in this protective bubble. So allow yourself the process and the journey. Allow yourself to go through that. They're telling me that you're in the process of alignment, which we had talked about earlier, but that's part of this healing process for you, is being in this energy of alignment. And I keep hearing this time for you is very much about this, the embodiment of spirit, integrating mind, body, and spirit. And when we're in those transitions, when we're in those experiences, a lot of stuff can come up. A lot of stuff can come up to the surface. So it sometimes feels like we're not in a healing, because we imagine when we're healing that everything is hunky-dory and we feel amazing and great. We do have moments like that. We do have these moments like that. But we also have moments in healing where old stuff comes up and it's ready to be purged and released. So just allow yourself consciously to release that energy. Okay. So I'm going to look at what needs to be healed and released. And we kind of already talked about that, but let's see if there are any additional messages here. And I'm being asked to pull 3 cards. Yeah, this is, so very similar, right? So we have the energy of abundance, what needs to be healed. And this is that integration that I was talking about, recognizing that abundance is within. Recognizing that the situations outside of us do not create our happiness. So definitely affirming of that. The energy of embracing. Yeah, that's similar to that energy of finding. That's the, really finding a place within where you can begin to accept all of who you are, all of how you are, all of what has come before. I'm hearing the word, hold on one second. I'm hearing for some of you, learn to love the shame. So if for some of you there has been an energy of shame, if you've had the experience of situations in the past that have caused you or allowed you to feel shame, even that is part of spirit. Even that is part of you. And for some of you, this journey is about learning to embrace those parts of yourself, learning to befriend those parts of yourself, and learning to love those parts of yourself. The energy of purity. I was going to say nothing is perfect, but in my view, spirit is perfect, right? The energy of spirit is perfect. But what I'm getting is that you can release the idea that you have to be perfect on this journey, that somehow there's a perfect way to do it and it's supposed to look a certain way or be a certain way. That this is really the journey is the journey is the journey, and your journey is perfect, and exactly how it's showing up for you is exactly the way it's supposed to show up for you. Okay. All right, my dears, let's look at what needs to be sustained. What needs to be sustained in the month of October for Aquarius? The energy of potential. So sustaining that sense of hopefulness, that sense of possibility, recognizing that possibility is all around you, and that within any situation at any given time, with your effort, with your strength and your effort and your focus on it, you're manifesting it, anything is possible. Anything is possible, including your healing. Let's look at what needs to get started. What action do you need to begin in the month of October? Oh, I love it. We have that energy of happiness again, and that came up earlier in the at that level of subconscious energy. So what I'm hearing is this journey is about true happiness, and you're in the process of discovering what that means. true happiness, that place inside where no matter what's happening, you always feel connected to that inner joy, that inner well-being, that inner peace. Beautiful. I'm also hearing for some of you, this is a time to start being playful. Sometimes when we're in a healing journey, we can get very serious and very heavy. So if there's something that you can do, you know, I'm seeing like just going out and playing, being in the sun, going to the beach, hanging out where you can with friends, where that's possible. And, you know, again, you know, doing things to help shake up the energy a little bit. Okay. And let's look at final outcome here. What's the outcome energy here for Aquarius? Interesting. We have the energy of protection. The outcome is no matter what is happening around you, recognize that you are fully supported. No matter, you know, whether on the one hand things appear to be blossoming, whether things appear to be falling away, no matter what it is, it's about being on that journey and recognizing the perfection of your journey and recognizing that Spirit is with you in allowing you to be protected along that route, along that path. That's beautiful. All right, my dears, let's take a look at any final soul messages. Soul messages for Aquarius. Okay, soul messages for Aquarius. We have a couple here that have come out. What do I resist feeling right now? So are you in an energy where you're pushing down your feelings, where you don't want to feel some of the other, maybe what we might call negative emotions because they make you feel unsafe? Remember, you're fully protected here. We have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. Yes. In some way, I feel like that's a culmination of this whole reading. It's not the whole reading, but it's a very important part of this reading. What am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? Are you waiting on someone else before you can take a big leap? What if you were to take life into your hands and forge your own unique path? This is the energy of strength and manifestation I talked about. Put your heart into action and ask yourself, what risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more waiting for others. Do it scared and take a leap. Whew. What excuses am I making right now? No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. Holy heck, Aquarius. I feel like you have some big energies going on here. And I want to pull one more message here for you. Actually, two more messages. I'm going to pull a daily healing card. A daily healing card for Aquarius, please. Thank you. To feel your innate sense of truth, develop open-mindedness. That innate sense of truth, that inner wisdom, that inner spark of the divine, that's the energy I was talking about. Okay, last message here for you beautiful souls. I'm going to pull a heart and soul message for Aquarius. Oh, wow. It's a heart and soul message for Aquarius. Within each of us, there is yin and yang, feminine and masculine, passive and active. To have inner harmony, strive to balance all aspects of who you are. To align with your true nature, love, accept, and embrace yourself totally and completely. There's no way, I can't make this stuff up. This was the card that came out, and this is the crown energy here to finalize this reading. I think that summarizes the message beautifully. All right, lovely souls, with that, I wish you much love and many blessings. Stay well until we meet again. Thank you.